Good morning, everyone. As we're talking about the ABFM area, let's continue further with our class. We are coming up with 80 days and 80 classes. So I will be discussing every single day with different classes. We'll be talking about different topics all together, and we'll understand what is the meaning of the entire subject, because ABFM includes the business as well as the management there, right? So we can look forward to it in that particular way. So let's continue further. It is 80 days and 80 classes. Okay, here comes the first question, everyone. It says the positive and the negative aspects of each proposal to be evaluated in the light of the objective to be achieved. Which step of the planning process is mentioned in the above statement? That means sometimes we say this is the beneficial area, this is not beneficial for us. Among those things which are beneficial and which are not beneficial for us, the positive as well as the negative aspects of each proposal has to be evaluated. Then what will it be? Evaluating alternative courses, then identifying alternative courses of action, then selecting an alternative or implementing the plan. In this case, what would be the correct answer? In terms of the correct answer, the positive and the negative aspect of each proposal is basically evaluating all the courses, right? Because you're looking forward to all the courses, which one is suitable, which one is not, which one is better for us, and which one is not. With the evaluating courses of action, there's one more point. Acha, till now, if you haven't downloaded our app yet, then kindly go ahead and download, because we have given you a good amount of updates, and at the same time new features have been added for all the JIB and CIB bankers for their benefit, right? Earlier it was only for usage regarding classes, right? It was earlier limited to the classes area plus your tests plus the PDFs. Now we have also started with the student community, where all the bankers of the similar area can interact with each other in this area without any hassle. Along with the student community, you can also discuss your doubts in that particular area, so one or the other banker who is also giving the examination can help you out, or can provide guidance to you in terms of the doubts there, right? And at the same time, you don't have to look forward to our YouTube classes. Through the YouTube itself, you can watch it through our app. That means all the YT sessions can be there itself. That means not only the class that is going on right now, that means a live class, but also you will get the past YouTube classes as well. That means if you go through our app, everything that you are looking forward to in our courses, everything is available in your hand. So if you haven't got the particular app yet, then kindly go ahead and get the app as early as possible, because without the app, then you will not be able to get all these things. Plus, if you download the app, you will also get a good amount of free content for your preparation, right? And the details of the app and the link is given below in the description, so kindly go ahead and check it out and open up that particular link. There you'll get all the information regarding the app. Okay, here comes the next question, everyone. Planning cannot foresee anything in future, and thus there are many obstacles to effective planning. Identify the limitations of plan. Planning leads to rigidity. Planning may not work in dynamic environment. Planning does not guarantee success, or planning reduces creativity. If I talk about planning cannot foresee everything. See, planning can be good, it can be effective, but can it see everything that is going to happen in future? There may be many obstacles to effective planning. The point is that sometimes there's no guarantee that if we thought that everything would be done in a proper way, it is done in that particular smooth manner, right? So planning is basically that leads to rigidity. Rigidity means we may go as per the plan. That is true. Sometimes we decide a particular plan and we follow that particular plan blindly. That is where planning leads to rigidity. That is also a limitation. But this is not the limitation that is talking about. Planning may not work in a dynamic environment. See, when COVID came up, all the particular plans, all the strategies that the businesses were using were gone, because they were shut down for a good amount of time and they all had to shift online working. Then it doesn't really work that way. And at the same time, Planning does not guarantee success. You make a list, you go as per the list, but even then, those obstacles and everything that you're facing will not go away. And planning reduces creativity. Yes, it does reduce creativity, because what happens is, if I say that I've made a plan and then I come to you and say, I was thinking I can go and innovate a little bit more. You'll be like, no, no, don't change the plan. It is so difficult to go ahead with the particular change in plan, because professionals made the plan. We do not want any kind of problems there. So technically, all of these are basically limitations of planning. But planning cannot foresee everything in future, and thus there may be obstacles in effective planning. That simply means planning does not work in dynamic environment. Right? If I give that particular example again, that is regarding the period of COVID, all the organizations which were working offline and they had a feasibility that they could move online, they started working on the online portals so that they could survive. Otherwise, they would have died and very sudden death, because the COVID stretch was there for more than 3 months, and every organization that started that had come to halt during that period faced a lot of problems, and now these organizations are able to cover it up because there's a stability into the market, right? Next point, assembling the facilities and personnel for collecting, processing information that is required by the managers is called PERT, that is project evaluation and review technique. Then we have CPM. CPM is critical path method. Then we have ratio analysis. In terms of ratio analysis, we have different elements that we try to build up a relationship among them. For example, between current assets and current liabilities, between fixed assets and the turnover or the sales of the organization. So it is collected with that. And the next one is management information technique. The management information technique is if you want to provide the information at the right time to the right person, and that too in the right way, then management information technique or management information system is used. Under the system, every specific information would be collected together and would be shared with the people without much hustle, and the manager will also get the reports as early as possible, because there would be a specific way through which they would be discussing or contacting. So the correct answer is management information technique, right? Next, it means a process of making subordinates to act in a desired manner to achieve certain organizational goals. So the point is, in an organization, we will find someone who's ahead me is called superior, and the particular person who is working just under me is called my subordinate. Right? So it means the process of making the subordinates to act in a desired manner. So if I tell them this is how they need to do, this is supervision, this is communication, then is it leadership or motivation? It's a process of making subordinate. You are making them act in a certain manner. This is leadership. The leader will always tell people what to do and what not to do, and yes, they are charismatic people. If I really want you to do something for me, I need to have the charm to make sure that whatever I ask you, do you do that, partner? Leader has that charisma, he has that authority in the organization, he has the knowledge which helps them to accept this portion, right? The analysis would reveal the number and type of human resource available within the organization: workload organization, break even workforce, or none of the above. Done, everyone? The analysis that would repeat the number and type of human resource that is available currently. That means we are evaluating our current situation. The correct answer would be workforce analysis. We are trying to find the number of people working with us now. First of all, we need to know what number of people are working with us. Then, if there is a requirement to increase the number of persons or decrease the number of persons based upon their analysis, would be considered under workforce analysis. Right? Then comes the next question. It says Astra Builders has to deliver the flats to its buyers in time. Due to this, there is a sudden rush of work. So they wanted to make sure that the people get their flats in time. Then, due to this, there is a sudden rush of work. Therefore, the company needs to arrange workers to work at the sites at the short notice. That means they are looking forward towards seasonal workers. The source of recruitment which may be used by the company to tap the casual vacancy is direct recruitment, or you can say advertisement, recommendation of employees, or employee exchange. The various methods that are related to the staffing. See, normally when such a thing happens, when the organizations are falling short in terms of the number of people that are working with them, then what will they do is they will basically na they will introduce themselves in this area by introducing a good amount of people here. That means they will just put a particular slip outside the particular company on the gate itself that we need workers. So the people will see that particular notice outside the organization, and they will get into inside so that they get a job for a few days or whatever the project time is left. So then that is called direct recruitment. These people are basically taken directly. So that is what they call it as direct recruitment here, and also called the gate recruitment. On the gates itself, we specify that we can have more people in the organization. Okay. Now let's look forward to what's the next question. The form of organization known for giving rise to rumors is called centralized organization, decentralized organization, informal as well as formal. When we talk about the centralized, decentralized, these are formal. Under these organizations, the structure arises because the organization decides that this is how we want to work. That means these people are looking forward towards the fact that they are working in a certain manner or in a certain fashion. That's because of the organizational structure, right? The form of organization which gives rise to rumors. Basically, whenever people are working, then central organization, then and is there is formal or decentralized. In these areas, whenever there's a communication required, it is done through mails, right? If it is done through mails, that is a formal way of talking to each other. And then when we talk about this topic, the form of organization that is known to give rise to rumors, that is basically informal. You cannot control the mouth of the people. If they want to talk about you, then they will talk about you, and this will hamper the working of these organizations, right? Then comes the next point, engaging in work behavior and striving hard to perform well for the primary purpose of fulfilling one's own satisfaction, pride, and happiness is called social motivation, intrinsic, extrinsic, or esteem. Engaging in work behavior, when people are thinking about their work behavior and striving hard to perform well, they are literally working hard so that they can perform well for their own satisfaction. This is not for the world, but for their own satisfaction, but for their own respect and their own happiness. When such things are impacting it, it is basically intrinsic. This is not because they are looking forward towards money, popularity, or anything of that sorts in the world. They're just doing it for their own satisfaction because they want that particular thing, right? So that is what we define in this area. That is called intrinsic motivation. Intrinsic means internal. When you feel that no, no, I want this, then they represent the end point of planning, rules, methods, objectives, or policies. See, endpoint means where we are and where we want to reach. So rules is just an intermediary there. And when we talk about the methods are basically ways of achieving those goals, right? Those are methods of achieving those goals. Then we have objectives. These are basically the vision is the main mission, and vision are the basic criteria of what the examination, what that particular company is all about, right? So then objectives is basically missions subset. And then we talk about policies. This is the internal framework in which the organization works. So the end point of the planning is once we have completed our objectives, we are done with it. Next question, everyone. Go ahead and try the question. The test is an indicator of a person's learning ability or the ability to make decisions and judgments. Trait test, personality test, intelligence test, or aptitude test. Which one is it? Okay. Am I audible? Am I audible, everyone? Okay. The test is an indicator to make person's ability to or the ability to make decisions. See the particular ability which tests that particular person in terms of the crunch moments or how does he work in the particular area is called intelligence tests. Such tests are conducted in order to see whether that particular person gets stuck in a particular situation and how do they handle that situation. Then this is the end for the day. So I'll be meeting you tomorrow. But before I end this particular session, if you haven't downloaded our app yet, then kindly go ahead and check it out in the description itself. The app has got new updates, and for all the JIB and CIB aspirants, this is really important because if you go through the app, you'll understand. You will get so many things, including the day-to-day notifications when the admit cards are out or the roll numbers or registration is about to start. Everything that update you will be getting in that particular area. Along with that, there is free content is available. The PDFs of our classes can be there. And then in terms of free classes that is available in itself as well. The YouTube sessions, whatever we are looking forward add towards YouTube is available there. Plus, you can also review the past classes of YouTube as well. That means you don't have to need to go through to multiple apps in order to prepare for JIB and CIB. So one particular platform you get every single thing, starting from pin to an elephant regarding the examination. So go ahead and check it out on our website or in our app for further details. So this is what you can do. So let me tell you what you can do in terms of the working. We are just about to start our new batches for CIB. So if you haven't thought of it yet, then kindly go ahead and check it out. So this is it. Just go to the area of JIB and CIB. There it is in terms of CIB 2023. You will find that we are starting with a new batch on March 24th. That means you're not left with much time. If you haven't decided what you want, then kindly go ahead and start with your CIP preparation with us, where you will get all the subjects as well as 200 hours of live classes is available. Then you just have to click on the area of buy now, use the code Y541, and you will get a discount of up to 81% in your preparation. So what are we waiting for? Because you get it at 4799.80. That means less than 1000 per month. So kindly go ahead and check it out in our app, or for further details you can also take up another batch that is called our CIB Ka Mahapack. Now, what do I mean by the CIB Ka Mahapack, and how is it different from this particular batch? If I talk about the JIB CIB Ka Mahapack, we have got the CIB Ka Mahapack. Under this, you can prepare with us, and the validity would be for 1 year. And at the same time, there are 20 test videos. Then there are 290 recordings are there in terms of the optional subjects. So that means you don't have to look forward towards the optional subject in a different manner as well. Everything is available in this particular area itself. All the subjects and the further details are available here. So what you can do is, in order to go through the entire topic, you can click on the area of buy now. You can use the code Y541 and you will get it at 7199.20, that too for 12 months. Again, it is less than 1000 per month, which is definitely accessible. So if you're looking forward towards this particular batch, then this one is a better one, because in this particular batch you will not only get the test series, but you will also get the revision batches, power pack batches, or any specific batch that we would be coming up near the examination. So kindly go ahead and check it out in our app, or the website for further details. But make sure that you're downloading the app as early as possible. The link is given in the description. So I'll be meeting you tomorrow. I'll be meeting you day after tomorrow for further details.